guys, this is MB from underdogchance.com, and in this video I want to show you 10 mistakes you should avoid if you want to increase your chances in baseball betting this season. And of course, if you will like this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel or share with your friends if you think they will also get some value. So let's start. One of the first mistakes many sports bettors make is that they don't have a plan or strategy. And I'm not talking about how much units should put you on a game, because most professionals will say that if you bet 1% from your bankroll, this is pretty okay. But the question is, how much money you're willing to bet from your investment portfolio? Do you have investment portfolio? Or are you betting the less money you have? Are you betting the money that you should use for living, for paying bills? Because this is very dangerous. Sports betting is high risk investment and it should be part of the portfolio, because no matter how good you are, you can have a negative season, you can have a negative month, you can have a negative day. And if you bet the less money on sports events, this is very dangerous thing to do. The second thing is how much time you're willing to put into sports betting, because sports betting is a market where only 5% of people will win. And if you're willing to follow other sports bettors, or if you're willing only to put, 5 minutes per day, this will probably be not enough to win at sports betting. Because as I said, 5% of sports bettors win at sports betting, and they put a lot of work, a lot of effort, and they spend a lot of time to research games. And of course, do you have a direction what you want to do from this baseball season? Will you bet recreationally? Will you bet for profit? Or you want to challenge yourself and improve your betting knowledge? If you have a plan and the long-term strategy, then you can decide how much money you can afford to bet on these games. And this is one of the first steps every bettor should take. The second mistake is that too many bettors bet without understanding the odds. The odds are basically implied probability of these events, and every sports bettor should know how to calculate probabilities from the odds, because the odds are basically prices on betting market. And we should understand that baseball is not the same as baseball betting. Baseball is a sport and baseball betting is a market. So if you decide to bet, you are going into the market and you will compete against other sports bettors. This is not sport. Another big mistake many sports bettors make when they bet on baseball is that they try to hit the winner of the game. We must understand that baseball has 2,430 games in one season, and if you want to win in such a big market with a lot of games, you will need to bet on value. Another big mistake many sports bettors make is that they try to chase or fade trends, or streaks if you like. Following streaks and trends is very dangerous, because what happened in the past doesn't mean that it will happen in the future. And we can talk about gambler's fallacy, where a lot of people think that series of events from the past will have an impact in the next game. But every single game is a unique event, and this is how it should be treated. While amateur sports bettors talk about streaks and trends, professional sports bettors talk about the value and probabilities. And I will give you one example. If you would bet blindly on underdogs since 2010 up to 2020, you would make a loss. The same is with favorites. Though simplified information about the streaks and trends will not make you a profit, because the market will adjust the prices. Another mistake many sports bettors make is that they decide what they will bet today or tomorrow, and then they try to find information that will confirm their decision. And this is what we call confirmation bias. So today you decide tomorrow I will bet on Yankees, and I don't even make an analysis, and then tomorrow I start looking for information that will confirm my decision. And with the trends, this is very easy, because you can find any trend that will confirm your betting pick. Okay, and this is another big mistake that many rookie bettors, especially rookie bettors, make. Avoid using basic statistics and public information, especially on social media. Because most sports bettors who will bet on any sport, they are going to official sites, for example MLB.com, and they will look at standings and maybe betting average, ERA, and based on these numbers they will try to predict the winner of the game. And this is very big mistake. Many other sports bettors will not even check the statistics, they will just go to social media, Twitter, Facebook groups, and will try to pick the winners from other people. But once you understand that in sports betting only 3 or 5% of people win, you will have much bigger chance to lose if you will blindly follow someone on social media. Instead, you can use advanced statistics. I will put you the link below in the description. I made already another video about some of the most useful statistics that you can use right away, which is prepared and will give you better chances to win at baseball. Okay. Seventh mistake is a lot of sports bettors are heavily focusing on starting pitchers, and this is very big mistake, especially in last couple of years, because I want to show you something. This is a starting pitcher performance against bullpens. In 1968, pitchers averaged 6.65 innings per start. In 2021, the average was only 5.09. That means that starting pitchers don't go that deep into the game. And when you analyze the game, you should include bullpens into analysis. And I will show you this based on the years. In 2015, the average was 5.8 innings per game, and it was already a drop down since 2014. In 2016, starting pitchers pitched only 5.65. In 2017, 5.51. 2018, 5.36. 2019, 5.18, and in 2020 it went below 5 innings. And last year this was a little bit better, but if we average last couple of years, it is around 40% from the bullpen. So 40% numbers should be analyzed from the bullpen, and this is a huge number that we should not ignore. So around 60% of weight should be given to a pitcher and around 40% to bullpen. Of course, we have some pitchers that can go a little bit deeper into the game, but this is the average from the whole league. 40% of the game represent the bullpen. Those are reserve pitchers, reliever pitchers, and this is something you should analyze as well. Okay. 8. Don't just bet before the game starts. That means that you should not bet on closing lines, and here is why. Betting markets will open with the opening odds. This is the stage 1. In the second stage, action will happen when people will bet on games. And then the last stage is where the line will close. And based on closing line value theory, the latest odds or the latest line is the most efficient one. And in theory, you cannot beat that price because baseball is efficient market, and if you will wait, you will get worse price if you will pick the right bet. Okay, professionals try to beat closing line, and your best chance in efficient markets is to bet early. Okay. 9th, don't bet on bad bookmakers odds. And I will give you one example. We have 2 sports handicappers and they will make 1,000 bets on baseball. And they have the same record and they made the same bets. But the first one was paying a little bit more attention to bookmakers odds. He had probably, 5 bookmakers account, and he always bet the best price. And his average odds were minus 109, or in decimal odds 1.92, and with the same record he made a profit. The second bettor, he didn't pay a lot of attention to the odds. He just had one bookmaker and he just bet on the games and whatever the price was there, and with the same record he made minus 9.13 units. So the same record, the same peaks, the same analysis, but the only difference is that the first one was paying attention to what prices or what odds, if you like, he is paying, and this is a very big difference. And the last thing, don't panic and don't be greedy. Or if you like, never celebrate when you're winning and don't panic if you're losing, if you know what you are doing. Many new sports bettors who start betting on baseball, they have a plan. They have a plan that they will buy a system, they have a plan that they will buy a sports betting model, they have a plan that they will find a sports handicapper and they will follow him, or they will join a betting group and they will find picks there and that their profit will be linear. But this is not how the things work in baseball. There is a lot of games, there will be a lot of bets. I had a negative month, I had a negative year, I had a negative season, but still on the long run, I made a profit in baseball. I bet baseball for more than 10, 15 years, and the journey was never linear. And if you understand this, your journey will be much better. And this is all from me. I wish you a successful betting season and see you next time.